All right. Hey, everybody. We're back with another testimony from our programs. This time, another core testimony. And I have Yuhi here. And
Mm.
Yuhi, you want to introduce yourself?
Oh, hi.
Okay.
My name is Yuhi Makuzo Akida. I'm from Africa, but my mom is Japanese. So I'm currently studying in Hungary. I'm 22 years old and I recently joined the core program and I'm happy to be here. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for joining. You seem
Yeah,
to
thank
be
you.
traveling a lot because the first time I met you was in Germany, right? And now you're in
Oh,
Hungary.
yeah. Yeah, now I'm studying in Hungary,
Right.
engineering. Yeah.
Engineering. All right. Yes. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming on. You did core 2 rounds already, right?
Yeah, 2 rounds.
Okay. What initially inspired you to join the core program? What was your reason or goal for it?
Seeking for a partner to love someone. I felt like I wanted to take action, concrete action to prepare for a blessing and my marriage and blessing. So I thought I had a friend called Huish and he's like, oh, we have this high noon programs where we're preparing for, marriage and blessing. And he's like, you should join. So I'm like, okay. I'm
Mm.
like, yeah, this would be perfect for me to like take action to really think about it and yeah, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure, let's go. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So you had a friend who invited you.
Yeah.
Okay. And it seemed like a good idea because that's already what you want to prepare for, like
hmm
being able to love someone and prepare for marriage and the blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, maybe to dig a little deeper, where do you think that desire comes from, like to prepare already? Has that always been a goal for you and it's become more real recently, or yeah,
Yeah, it has
not
always
sure.
been a goal for me. But yeah, recently as I'm now an adult, I was like, yeah, it's time to start taking action and like prepare myself internally. So I was like, yeah, I think what's more important is to work on my character before before you start thinking of other things. And yeah, yeah. Sorry, I didn't think so much about it, but yeah, that's why I really wanted to join the program to really think more about it, to really dig deeper into myself,
Mhm.
discover the kind of person that I want to be, the kind of spouse I'd like to be, and the
Mm.
kind of ideal couple, ideal family that I'd like to create. So yeah, that's why I joined the program, to really dig deeper into myself and grow as a person.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. And so, how was core for you? Were you able to learn more about these things? How was
Yeah,
the
first,
experience?
yeah, for sure, because well. Usually I'm more of like a quiet person. I'm always like just listening to people, just always keeping all these feelings inside and all these emotions inside. But then ever since I joined the core program, I felt like people were there to listen to me and like I could express myself more. Actually, they asked like, they were pretty deep questions and you really start thinking and you're like, okay, what do I actually think about it? And you start digging deeper into yourself. You start learning about yourself. And this core program has been a good, in a way, self-discovery for me as I also like learn how to express myself. And yeah, all of this really the end result I could say is growth. I can't say I have figured everything out, but I know I'm on the right track. And yeah, I would honestly say core helped me set me in the right direction. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, that's amazing. So, one thing I heard was you were able to practice expressing yourself more, I guess, because you
Yeah.
were in a group discussing questions and
Yeah.
topics. And then, okay, and you got to work a little bit more on yourself and your
hmm
character and ask yourself what kind of spouse you want to be in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. How do you think? So these are a few ways, right? how else has core helped you prepare for marriage, do you think?
That's a deep question. Help me prepare for marriage. I guess I would say with the communication bit,
Mm,
because ours is not much of a communicating kind of person, you know.
mm,
But I really believe like in marriage and the blessing, we have to really talk to each other. You know, you have to express how you feel, express your thoughts, express all these kind of things. So the core program has helped me learn how to express myself, express and deal with all these emotions. And I know when I'm married, you'll have to express all this, like let's say feelings or like some shadows that you've had or good things. It could be anything. So I know for sure that with this core program, the expression bit has really helped me in the communicating bit. Yeah.
mm.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's great. Maybe one of the things that many people underestimate, communication, right? Because that's one of the
Mm,
main things in marriage. Marriage is not, and communication doesn't only exist to as a tool, right? Oh, we have a conflict, so now we need to communicate to solve the conflict, or just a
mm,
tool, kind of the means to an end.
yeah.
But it's what marriage is about, that we can communicate and express
Yeah.
ourselves, share ourselves with another person. That's really cool. Were you able to learn anything about intimacy or sexuality or any of the other topics that came up throughout the program?
Yeah, I could say it did because growing up in this world, we always have a false image of how love should be. But then hearing testimonies from very many other people, hearing people's stories, people's experiences, you realize that actually love is not what you really think it is. It's more hmm, it's more about connection, you know, being in the connecting with the person. It's not about always looking good, having the perfect figure or, you know, being the most handsome or most beautiful. But it could, yeah, I think in that sense, yeah, I that's what I learned more about intimacy. Mm. And yeah, it's okay to be vulnerable and like be as much as as transparent as you can be in front of your spouse, because because that really helps create a more deep bond. Yeah, and that's what I really look forward to. So I'm not really going with all these expectations that I have, but I'm just going with a open heart, open mind, ready to connect with the person, be in the moment, and yeah, yeah. That's what I think really creates deep intimacy, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. So it's like a sneak peek into married life and what intimacy connection looks like. And would you say that you said that you mentioned a little bit that it's really different from how intimacy is viewed in society, and
Mm.
this gave you a different taste. Um, would you say that it helped you form a certain, maybe a healthier belief about marriage and intimacy for the future?
Hey, just a quick intermission to let you know that High Noon has a program just for single people that want to prepare well for marriage. So if you happen to be one of those single people that wants to be a stellar, fantastic, amazing, marriageable man or woman, then check out the core program, which you can find at highnoon.org. It is just for single folks like you who want to get ready for marriage and be ready for marriage. So join that at highnoon.org, and we will see you in the core program.
Yeah, because if you go into marriage and, you know, the blessing with all these expectations, it has to be perfect, everything has to be on point. we will not fight, we will not argue, we will all understand each other. Going in with all these expectations and then reality is different. Yeah, so with these testimonies and stories I had from the core program, you realize that it's about figuring it out, effective communication, expressing yourselves. And yeah, when you have less expectations, but then just ready to offer yourself and do your best, I know you'll have a pretty good, beautiful couple. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. So you learned that, yeah, you could chip away at certain expectations you had
Yeah,
for
sure.
marriage, for the blessing.
Sure.
Okay. And replace them with maybe experiences from other people and creates a bit more of an realistic vision and image of what it will
Yeah.
look like.
Yeah.
How do you feel now? Is that something that you are still looking forward to, like a future relationship, or are you looking more forward to it or less forward to it now that you've heard more
Mhm.
testimonies and content and talk with people?
I've been looking forward to it my whole life, but now I'm looking more forward to it. Yeah,
That's
I
great.
feel like, yeah, I'm getting more excited and I feel like time is coming.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like it's getting closer and closer and closer. So yeah, I guess I'm excited and looking forward to it.
That's
But
cool.
how do I feel? Well, kind of mixed feelings
Okay.
because you're looking forward to it, but then you're like, rest of my life, will it be okay? My life will change, and it's an unknown world. So it's exciting, but could be scary in its way. But it's definitely something to look forward to. It's just taking that leap of faith, the action. Then you're like, yeah, let's go, new chapter in life. So I really look forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for mentioning that. Yeah. It sounds like you're really looking forward to it, but there is a certain level of nervousness, right? Or it
Yeah.
is
Yeah. Yeah.
something new and unknown to a certain level. But you touch on a few different like values in your sharing, right? That you were able to
Mhm.
practice honesty about yourself and accountability with the group and core.
Yeah.
And well, then this part talking about courage, right? That the blessing and committing to someone and becoming a spouse requires courage as well, which doesn't mean the absence of fear, right? So fear can still be there or nervousness,
Mhm. Yeah.
but it's becoming more real and it takes courage to take that step. And it takes courage to take the steps to prepare like you have with by joining a program like core.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is next for you? You've done it twice now, and what's next for you in your growth, in your preparation?
Mhm. I guess I remember one of the videos they talked about the stages of marriage and blessing, where first is the foundation of God and true parents, the spirituality aspect, then living a life without shadows, then team unity, and I guess right now what's next is finding someone.
Mm, okay.
Um, yeah, that's the next step for me. Looking forward. I don't know who it is. I don't know where she'll be from, but yeah, just praying about it and yeah, also trying talking to my parents about it.
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like things are getting more concrete for you and you're continuing on your path
Yeah.
and yeah, taking a lot of good measures, right? Like including your parents, creating a team
Yeah.
and right, prepared
Yeah.
yourself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have Yuhi here who is, yeah, preparing. And that video that you mentioned, right, the pyramid of
Oh yeah,
priorities and
the
foundations, that
pyramid.
seems to be a really an all-time favorite of many participants.
Yeah, it
So
helps a lot. It helps
yeah,
like gauge where you are, you know. You're just like,
okay,
okay, I'm here. Or no, I'm not yet there. Yeah. And you think more about it. Yeah.
right. Yeah, for context for you listening, there's one video in our program with Benji talking about a pyramid, so to speak, with what comes first in terms of priorities, what to prepare to grow as a person and grow towards the matching and blessing. And so people can identify where they are at in that pyramid, right? Like more towards the
Yeah.
bottom, which represents more the foundation and broad field, and then getting more to the top, and the pinnacle is, I forgot
Is
what the pinnacle,
the
F
pinnacle
of
is
fruit.
the blessing. Yeah.
Okay, the
Yeah.
blessing is at the top.
The blessing. Yeah.
Where do you see yourself at when you watch that? If you remember, did you identify
Ah.
where you're at, and did it change in the last few weeks?
Oh yeah, it did. It actually during the program we're sharing a lot where there's this section in the pyramid where it talk about living a life without shadows. That means getting rid of all your like resentment, all these things that you're trying to hide inside. So in the core program, we talked about all of these things. We felt like we really feel liberated in a way. You feel like you've come to light. That's leaving behind on life that they always talk about. So I felt like I was growing in the core program, getting rid of the shadows, talking more to people. So that's like the team unity aspect. And then after all this, it's finding someone, then matching, then blessing. Yeah, so it's a process. Yeah, so it, the core program definitely helped for sure.
All right. Yeah, thank you for sharing. And I guess to wrap up, is there anything else that you would want to share with anyone listening or anyone trying to decide whether to participate in core or not?
Hmm. I would say it's definitely worth the shot. You you get to discover yourself much more. Well, for me personally, it helped with the expressing myself,
Mhm.
but for different people, it could be different things. Other people may just want to form bonds with other people. Like also, like for sure, that we really formed a brotherhood in this team that we had.
Mm.
So, and it's a very, very safe environment. You feel you can trust the people you're with. You actually make meaningful relationships and friendships because in the group I met you really meet different kinds of people.
Mhm.
And there's this guy I met, he's also like he's a doctor, he's like, giving me advice on what food to eat, what exercises I should do. Then you meet some other guy, he's like really into spiritual aspects and he's like encouraging you. So it is interesting. It really is interesting meeting these different kind of people from different cultures and different backgrounds. You learn a lot for sure. So yeah, definitely give it a shot. And you'll see yourself growing. At first, it may be a bit weird. But as time goes on, you will actually really love it and always look forward to it. As weeks passed, I was like, oh, I just can't wait for the next meeting because, I just want to know how the other person is doing.
Mm.
And and people are actually always checking up on you, and you feel like, oh, okay, you're growing. You're growing as a person. So yeah, definitely give it a shot. I would really encourage and I'd recommend this core program for anyone.
Got it. Yeah, thank you for sharing. And
Yeah,
also the
thank you.
progression, mentioning that, okay, maybe sharing in a group of new people can be weird in the beginning, but
Hmm.
once you get to know
Yeah,
each other,
yeah,
you
exactly.
were looking forward to the next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Yuhi. Yeah, everybody, this was another testimony. We'll see you next time.
Hey, did you know that our team wants to do more events? Well, if you want to bring the High Noon message to your community or group, then let us know and we'll try to work something out. There's a simple application that you can fill out right now at highnoon.org/invite. And one of our team members will get back to you to see what's possible. That's highnoon.org/invite. All right, see you in the next episode.